Biden said COVID was over, okay? Even Fauci has said, natural immunity is better for you. So this doesn't make any sense. But this is just continuing, this crazy policies that these Democrats have. And I can go to Europe without a vaccine. What are we doing here? Why are we hurting our own economy? I want Novak to be able to play.
Me too. Let him play. So why is the White House still fighting logic? Joining me now, the host of Sideline Sanity, a wonderful podcast, Michele Tafoya, is back. So how important would it be for the country to let Novak in, to let him play?
It would be great if they did that, because it would be acknowledging, you know what, maybe we can do this. Maybe we can just say, let's make an exception, or let's lift this ban, 10 days, 20 days before it's actually supposed to be lifted anyway? Mm-hmm. I mean, remember when Djokovic was deported from Australia 2 years ago and wanted to play in the Australian Open? Well, last year they let him back in, he played, and he won. So why are we maintaining this? And I have to wonder, you made a great point. This is a guy who's true to his values. And he has said, I'm not getting the shot. This is too important to me to have control over my own body.
Yes.
And so that's why I'm standing so firmly here. If it were another reason, would they let him in? If he said, my religion doesn't allow me to get vaccinated, would they make that?
Depending on the religion. I mean, if he said, I'm an Eastern Orthodox Christian.
Yeah, probably.
They'd be like, no. But if you're like, I'm a Muslim, they would be like, amazing.
Yeah, that's
Please
really
come
cool. Come and play and represent. Yeah, that's probably the case. So I think, the Biden administration is willing to bend a lot of rules. Mm-hmm. They're bending rules at the border every minute of every day. They want to bend the rules on student loans, but they don't want to bend the rules for, a rich white man. Strike, strike, strike.
Yeah, but he's also a rich white man who invites fans to come and watch him play. People at Indian Wells in California and people in Florida, tennis fans, more of them would go out. That means that there's more work for people in the hospitality industry to service all the fans who would bum rush it, because he's 35 years old. He's not going to play forever.
Right.
He's already tied for the most slams with Nadal.
He's at the peak, at the peak. I mean, it's not going to go up from here, most likely. You're right. He's not going to be in this much longer. So, let's make a lot of people mad right now and say, we love what Ron DeSantis said today, but he wrote a 2-page letter to the president saying, now, I know you can't get in on an airplane if you're not from here and you're not vaccinated. I know you can't come through a ferry port, and I know you can't come in through a land port, but you haven't specified, could he take a boat? And I think it's a great question. Yeah. Why not fly him to Cuba, put him on a boat, and have him sail to Miami? I mean, maybe they haven't covered that base. Maybe that's the way to get him.
No, I think that none of this makes sense. There's been so much science that we no longer follow, obviously.
Yeah.
Ever since Fauci was in charge and led everyone to believe that it's pangolins. They're the ones who caused the whole thing.
Well, I think...
Let's not engage in xenophobia. I want their billions.
I think that's what's so irritating to so many people. And we've really seen it from the get-go, Kennedy. We have seen contradictory statements. We have seen flip-flops. We have seen you can do this, but you can't do that. And, you got to wear a mask. No, you got to wear 2. And no, you don't have to wear any. So I think at this point, we're so tired of all of this that you're going to keep this man out of the country from playing tennis because he won't take the shot.
Yeah, they're all going to regret that. Don't you wish we could go back in a time machine to our 1998 selves when we were covering the Olympics?
In Nagano?
Yes, to tell ourselves that we would be broadcasting together in the year 2023.
We never would have believed the state of the world today.
Yes,
back
that is
in 1998.
Absolutely true.
We wouldn't have.
Well said, Michele Tafoya. That's why I heart you. All right, very good.
I heart you too.
I heart you back.